Okay, I don't know if anybody's counting, but I'm Jenny Boyle, and I'm one of the directors for VBS and my sister, and we have a whole team of people that have been super excited to have Vacation Bible School at our church this summer. And I don't know if anybody's counting, but we're 21 days away from Rocky Railway kicking off, so we're super excited about that. I just have a couple of announcements about upcoming things. The first is, if you have children ages 3 through 5th grade, we would love to have them at Vacation Bible School this summer. So in the bulletin under the big 2 is a link to register, and then we'll send out an email this week that also has the link. But if you're willing to go on and register early, that does help us just organize volunteers and groups and be well prepared for when they do come. Registration is open to people who attend First E Free Church, our Compassion Preschool, and then we are going to open it up to relatives of First E Free Church attenders. We've had some emails about, can my grandkids come? Can my cousins or my niece or nephew? So that's kind of where we're going to keep it. So if you have relatives that are in town that week or that want to come, that would be okay too. We would love to see them. We do have work days coming up this week. One of the fun things about Vacation Bible School is we kind of transform the church into the theme for the week, and this year it's Rocky Railway. So this week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we will have work days. And so we're going to be here from 10 a.m. in the morning till 3 in the afternoon, and then 6 at night till 9 at night. So if you are available during any of those times, we would love to have you come. Being an artist is not my gift, but I can follow directions. So if you can follow a direction like painting or cutting or building, if you can even come for an hour or two, we would love your help. So you don't have to sign up. You don't need to tell us you're coming. We'll just be here and look forward to seeing you. We also have volunteer training for Vacation Bible School this Thursday night from 7 to 8, and it's going to be down in the youth room. If you're unable to come, we will send you a Zoom link, and we'll also record the meeting so that you can watch it at a time that works best for you. And let's see, out at the table in the back are CDs. If you'd like to order or pick up a CD with the music for the week, that is a hit in our car probably for the whole summer. Once we know the songs, your kids might be able to learn the songs early, and they'll be singing them all year long, I promise. You'll probably want a second one to substitute. There are also t-shirts, kid-size t-shirts. If you would like to buy one, you can look at the sizes out there and let us know what you would like. And there's some flyers. If you're like me, sometimes I forget to register early, or I forget to tell people, oh yeah, you should register. So you can grab one of these just maybe to remind you, or if you have a relative that you're inviting that is out there also. So finally, I know that not everybody is able to come to those things, so we just ask for your prayer. And we ask you to pray just thankfully first that we are able to have Vacation Bible School this summer. We're so thankful for all of the volunteers that have stepped up to come. I mean, just overwhelming response. We're just so thankful and grateful for that. And just the ways that God has already provided in little ways that we didn't even expect. We also ask you to pray expectantly. And so we pray expectantly for the kids who will come and how their lives will be changed during the week that they're here and the way that they learn about Jesus' power. One of my favorite songs is by Sarah Groves, and it's called He's Always Been Faithful. And if you like Great Is Thy Faithfulness, that's kind of the theme of it. But in the chorus of that song, she says, all I have need of, his hand will provide. He's always been faithful to me. And we trust that that is how Vacation Bible School will go, and that we will just have a blessed week. So thanks so much.
Thank you, Jenny. I'm Don. Our mission at First Evangelical Free Church is knowing God and making Him known. And our passion is we are becoming disciples. We are living as a family of disciples. We are serving as disciples in our community, and we are sending disciples into the world. I have a number of announcements today. First of all, happy Father's Day to all you fathers. Second, though, from Jim Biggerstaff. Jim wrote an announcement that he'd like to have you here this morning. So I want to take this opportunity to thank our church family for all of the support you've shown and for all of the prayers you have spoken for Darlene and me as she was going through so many medical issues this past 15 months. More than once during that time, she was a very sick lady. On Thursday, June 4th, she went to the emergency room at Sanford Hospital because of severe pain, and it was found that she had a perforated colon. Rather than tolerate the difficult surgery with no assurance of success, Darlene asked to be sent to a hospice facility, and she was admitted to the Ava House early that afternoon. On Saturday, June 6th, the Lord called her to her heavenly home at 7:10 p.m., and at last she was at peace. I also want to sincerely thank Pastor Randy for the time he spent with me during those last days and for conducting both the memorial service in Sioux Falls and the committal service in our hometown in northeast Nebraska. Thanks for your support and ministry, Pastor Randy, on that sign, Jim Biggerstaff. So thank you, Jim, for that. Also want to thank those who came out yesterday for the church work day. We got a lot of things done despite having the rain. We thought we were going to be able to do more outside, but we did accomplish quite a bit, so happy about that. So it is good for each week now to see that more of our church is gathering here. But if you just look at the statistics from this year compared to last year, and the last 5 weeks we're 53% of what we were last year. So that means we're only about half here. 53%, right? A couple of weeks it's been more than that. Some it's been less. But compared with last year at the same weeks, we're at 53%. So, and as you look around with our seating options, we're full. And so what we're doing is beginning next Sunday, we're going to offer 2 Sunday morning worship services. This is temporary. A few years ago, we made a decision to go to one service and stay in one service as long as possible, and that's what we've done. But under the current circumstances, we really can't do that anymore. And so we're making this temporary change. So we'll have our regular service at this time at 9 o'clock, and we'll live stream it for those who will still be at home. And then we'll have a second service at 10:45. Our desire will be to return to one service as soon as we can, as soon as we think that it's reasonable to do so. The recommendations from the CDC and state and local government is still to keep 6 feet of spacing. And so we're doing that in our seating area. So it's important, the things that are important are washing your hands and staying home when you're sick, covering when you sneeze. And the other one is physical distancing, and it's just as important as the other ones. And so we are moving to 2 services so that we can do that, so that we can keep empty rows between us. And our goal is for 3 chairs between families, and so we want to do that. So if you were thinking that our goal in returning back to normal was to gradually reduce the social distancing, we're not trying to do that. We don't want to do that. We want to, and I ask you for the sake of people who are vulnerable in our population, in our congregation, to resist that, to resist getting closer together. And also, there are others in our congregation, besides those who are in that vulnerable group, who just can't afford to get the virus. And one that you might have thought of, also for the sake of people that are at home. We can't continue to add people to our service any longer. And so we know we have people that want to come, but they're concerned about the distancing. And so we ask you to continue that. Next week, we'll be starting 2 services, and so this will be good practice for us. We'll have a turnaround time between services next week. And so we ask if you're going to stay around. We love this fellowship time that we're having afterwards. Let's do as much of that outside as we can so that when the next group comes, we won't be all conglomerated in the coffee area or in the foyer or at the back of the sanctuary. So please pay attention to that announcement. We're happy in one sense to be going to 2 services because that means more people are coming back, but we are disappointed that we have to give up the 1 service. And so we are looking forward to returning to that. Also next Sunday, last announcement, we have an all-church picnic at Upper Tut Hill at 6 o'clock. And just one difference from most years is that we ask you to bring your own food and not plan on sharing with others. So we will not be serving anything the old potluck style, but bring your own food and drinks. So thank you very much.